people will see it as a criticism, often because they don't know what it means. They don't know the high regard in which manatj are actually taken within Noongar culture. I might add, it's also one of my totems, so I'm particularly connected to it. Please, officers, whether you are graduates tonight or everyone else here as part of this ceremony, wear it with pride. Now, the spirits of our ancestors love to hear the language of the land, so on your behalf I say, Jorbani Nunuk Jinan Jini Nala Kada Jini Nunga Mort Bridia Kayan Kardak Nijabuja, that is paying respects to elders past and present. It's acknowledging that we are meeting on Noongar country. And on everyone's behalf, it is asking the spirits of our ancestors to watch over us, not only during this ceremony, but as you journey home. I also want to say thank you to the people who are here, recognising our graduates, especially the families and friends who've helped them on their journeys this far. I want to say congratulations to our graduating officers, and I want to thank you in advance for the job that you do. So Kaya, I see you. Wanju, welcome. And because in Noongar we don't have a word for goodbye, I say Borowin, until we meet again. Welcome and enjoy the evening.
Nala ara nunyuk, wajak nunga, Professor Hayward. The Parade Sergeant will now invite the Governor of West Australia to inspect the parade. The mounted section are led by Senior Constable Talia Corley on Police Horse Frankie, Senior Constable Chantel Garner on Police Horse Jethro, Senior Constable Georgia Cook on Police Horse Arnold, and First Class Constable Becky Rosic on Police Horse Bailey. The Western Australian Police Pipe Band has represented the WA Police Force and the state of Western Australia since 1966. Tonight, our pipe band is led by Drum Major Sergeant Darren King, Pipe Major Mr Chris McDonald, and leading drummer Mr Ryan Green. Our award-winning pipe band have won numerous national and international titles, and they are invited to perform at over 200 high-profile policing and community engagement events each year. And this evening, the motorcycle escorts are led by Sergeant Paul Hagan. He is joined by Senior Constable Damien Hawkins, Senior Constable Craig Green, Senior Constable Nick Canane, and First Class Constable Don Justin. I now invite Police Chaplain Ev Hurd to bless the parade.
Good evening, Commissioner, Governor, Minister and honoured guests. And a special welcome to the family and friends from our graduating squads. To our gold, blue and silver squads of 2024, congratulations. You've made it this far. You're ready to take up your positions and most of you are still smiling, so well done. As you graduate today and commence work in the community, I ask that you remember to always treat those that you are called to assist as you would want your family and your loved ones to be treated. At the same time, I ask that you endeavour to never overlook or take for granted your family. Remember that your family will remain your greatest assets in this journey. They will be there through the best of times and the worst of times, through the highs and the lows, when there is joy and when there is struggle. Treat them always as the precious people that they are. Let's pray. Loving God, we thank you for each of these women and men who stand here today as constables of the Western Australia Police Force, who have been prepared for the task of maintaining peace and protection within the communities in which they will serve. Into your protection and care we commit them, and we ask your blessing upon them and their loved ones, along with all members of the Western Australia Police Force, as they strive to protect and serve the communities where they are posted. Lord, give them insight, patience, courage and compassion in their day-to-day interactions with members of the public. Lord, watch over them, and when their duty is done, bring them safely to their homes and loved ones. May your blessing be with them and remain with them now and forevermore. We ask this in the name of the Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Hurd. The Parade Sergeant will now prepare the parade for the march past, and we encourage you to cheer and applaud as the graduates pass by.
Red, stand at eat.
During the following presentations, please feel free to take photographs, but we ask again that you refrain from encroaching upon the parade ground. I now call upon the Commissioner of Police, Mr Cole Blanche, APM, to present the Dux Awards. The Dux Award is sponsored by LexisNexis and awarded to the officer with the highest level of performance in all aspects of the recruit training program. The recipient for Gold Squad is Constable Thomas Cotton. The recipient for Blue Squad is Constable Conrad Pienaar. The recipient for Silver Squad is Constable Bryn Woodward. I now call upon the Honourable Paul Papalia, CSC MLA, Minister for Police, Corrective Services, Racing and Gaming, Defence Industry, Veterans Issues, to present the Minister's Awards. The Minister's Awards are donated by the Minister for Police and awarded to the officer selected by their peers as the person having made the best overall contribution to their squad. The recipient for Gold Squad is Constable Thomas Cotton. And the recipient for Blue Squad is Constable Conrad Pienaar. The recipient for Silver Squad is Constable William Newbury. Thank you, sir. Please join me in congratulating these officers. In addition to the graduating officers, tonight's event also features the presentation of a number of other awards. The Commissioner of Police will now present a Certificate of Appreciation to Sergeant Carl Repp, Sergeant Repp joined the WA Police Force on the 29th of April 1974 and is tonight being recognised for 50 years of dedicated service to the WA Police Force. Tonight, Sergeant Repp will also receive his 50-year service clasp. On behalf of the WA Police Force, we thank him for his commitment. And also congratulating him on reaching such a marvellous milestone for his career. The Commissioner of Police will now present the Commissioner's Medal for Excellence to two worthy recipients. This medal is awarded to those who have consistently contributed to the achievement of the goals and values of the WA Police Force or have undertaken or been involved in a major policing event where their contribution has been significant. I now invite forward Senior Constable George Copson. Senior Constable Copson currently serves at Road Policing Group and is known for his prolific contributions to the Vehicle Intelligence Platform, which was introduced in 2022 to assist officers in identifying vehicle particulars via CCTV submissions. He has nominated over 1,000 unidentified vehicles and furthered the investigation of offences, demonstrating excellence in respect to his policing tradecraft and maintaining contemporary and historical knowledge with only the smallest of detail. He shares his knowledge freely to ensure the community receives exemplary service, making him a very worthy recipient of this medal. Mrs. Noni Browner, OAM. Mrs. Browner formed the WA Police Widows Guild in 1972 to increase connections and support for policing families that have lost a loved one. Today, the Guild remains integral in supporting 424 widows and widowers and celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2022. Mrs. Browner was also instrumental in the creation of the WA Police Family Advisory Council in 1976 and has since dedicated her time volunteering at many community and social welfare organisations. In 2018, she was recognised for her service when she was awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia. She is the exemplar of service before self, making her a very worthy recipient of the Commissioner's Medal for Excellence. I now invite His Excellency, the Honourable Chris Dawson, AC APM, Governor of Western Australia, to address the graduates and guests.
Good evening, Kaya. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're on, the Wadjuk Noongar people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present. And I thank my friend and respected Yorga, Professor Colleen Hayward AM, for her wonderful welcome to country. I also acknowledge the Honourable Paul Papalia, CSC MLA, Minister for Police, Road Safety, Corrective Services, Racing and Gaming, Defence Industry and Veterans Issues. The Honourable Peter Collier, MLC, Shadow Minister for Police, Cole Blanche APM, Commissioner of Police, Mr Murray Lampard AM, APM JP Gold Squad Patron. I also congratulate you, Murray, on your recent appointment as the State Warden for the Woolloomooloo. Congratulations for your ongoing service. Mr Andrew Murphin, OAM, Blue Squad Patron, Professor Lynn Cohen, AM, Silver Squad Patron, Brigadier Amanda Williamson, 13 Brigade, distinguished guests, one and all, and of course, the graduating constables. I thank Commissioner Blanche for his invitation for me to return to the Police Academy to review this parade in a place I know so well. In my role as Governor, I have the privilege of recognising, honouring and thanking people from all walks of life from across our great state. This evening is naturally for me a personal privilege, as it is 50 years since I first walked into the WA Police Headquarters to join the WA Police Force. And I'm often asked by West Australians in my current role, do you miss policing? I immediately answer, yes I do. While I'm so honoured to perform my duty as State Governor, policing was my calling. It's not just a job. It was my duty, it was my team. I worked with men and women of integrity. They deeply cared for me and I deeply cared for them, and I still do. So it should be no surprise to the 3 graduating squads as you are facing this building and see emblazoned on this building before you the values of duty, teamwork, integrity and care. Among the officers I met and served with 50 years ago was in fact just honoured tonight, Carl Rep, and I add my congratulations to Carl, who remains a serving sergeant in the Carnarvon Police Station. I also recognise and thank the officers that you will shortly see at the conclusion of this parade who have retired from the police force after their long and valuable service. And they include Mark Johnson, who served with me in the city and in the bush, and I add my congratulations and thanks for their service to our state, for all of you, for your honourable and valuable service. I add my thanks to your families and loved ones who have supported you wherever you have been stationed. There are 4 groups of people in which I'll particularise some remarks tonight. To the politicians, in the next months ahead, as Governor, I'll be issuing writs for the upcoming state election. I thank all politicians for their role in upholding the trust of the Parliament of the people of Western Australia. To whomever forms the next government, that there will be continuing trust and support for the men and women of our police force who protect and serve our community and indeed put their lives on the line for our community. Secondly, to Commissioner Blanche, the Executive, the men and women of the West Australian Police Force, thank you for your leadership, your service and your sacrifice in policing and protecting people all over our state, irrespective of race, colour, status, age, location, religion or belief, without fear or favour. Our state relies on and needs you. Thirdly, to the families and loved ones, thank you for your enduring support, love and care for your police officer. They will need your continuing support as they perform their duties. And finally, to the graduating constables. As Governor, I regularly award bravery honours and medals to people from across Western Australia, from young school children to elderly people to police and military officers for their exceptional service and courage. Courage is required when working as a police officer. However, I also emphasise the need for you to exercise moral courage in performing your duty. If you want an example of duty, Noni Browner is an example of such a person who understands and lives what it means to be a person of duty. The people of Western Australia expect, as I do expect, that you will always exercise your powers as a police officer with moral courage to perform your duty in protecting the weak, the vulnerable, the aggressive, the unwell, and those who require compassion and care, and that you exercise your duty so that the trust of all West Australians is maintained. Do your duty and do it well.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I now invite the Honourable Paul Papalia, CSC MLA, Minister for Police, Corrective Services, Racing and Gaming, Defence Industry, Veterans Issues, to address the graduates and guests.
Your Excellency, Governor Chris Dawson, AC, APM, the Honourable Peter Collier, MLC, patrons, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin this evening by acknowledging Commissioner Cole Blanche, his entire command team, other serving officers and retired officers here this evening. We in Western Australia are the beneficiaries of service from the best police force in the nation and the equal of any in the world. And the calibre of that service can in many parts be attributed to those of you in leadership positions. So on an evening such as this, when we welcome new officers to the Blue family, I'd like to take a moment and just reflect on the quality of your service and thank you for what you do. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge the friends, family and loved ones of those who are graduating. I always say I'm acutely sensitive to the fact that you don't get to volunteer, it's done for you. And despite that, you will be called upon to make many similar sacrifices to those who are in uniform. So, can I just say for the love and support you have rendered to date and for that you will do in the future, thank you very much. Your support will be integral to the success and well-being of the officers standing before you. And finally, to the officers of Gold, Blue and Silver Squads, can I say, that drill was top shelf. Well done. But I do have a message to give you, and it is unashamedly the same thing I say to every graduating officer. And it is this: it is no small thing that you do. Setting aside the indulgence of civilian life, putting on a uniform and dedicating yourself to the service of others requires real commitment. And in the course of that service, travelling to the far-flung reaches of this third of a continent that is this enormous jurisdiction, being absent from family and loved ones at important times, that will call for a generosity of spirit. And undoubtedly, in the course of your service, there will come a time when you move towards danger rather than away from it. When you will put yourself in harm's way on behalf of your colleagues and the community. And that will demand true courage. So this evening, it's my honour and duty to be here on behalf of the people and the state of Western Australia to say, for your commitment, your generosity and your courage, thank you. Congratulations on graduating and good luck.
Thank you, Minister. I now invite the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Cole Blanche, APM, to address the graduates and guests.
Well, good evening all, and it certainly is a beautiful night for a graduation. Can I first acknowledge the Governor of Western Australia, His Excellency the Honourable Chris Dawson, AC, APM, and thank him very much for his attendance here tonight. I have worked for the Governor in various roles as Deputy Commissioner and previously in the Australian Crime Commission when he was the CEO for the last 10 years, and have always found him to be an amazing counsel and to give me guidance. So I do thank him deeply for standing here today. Can I also acknowledge the Honourable Paul Papalia, CSC MLA, the Minister for Police, Corrective Services, Racing and Gaming, Defence Industry and Veterans Issues. Can I also thank Professor Colleen Hayward, AM, for her welcome to country, but her guidance and counsel that she provides me on a regular basis. All other distinguished guests, my colleagues from the Western Australia Police Force, and particularly all the Academy staff here today who prepare our police recruits ready for duty. I think it is proper that we all give a round of applause for the people who prepare tonight's ceremony. It is such an amazing event. The motorcycles, the pipe band, the horses, the banner party, the drill sergeants. It doesn't just happen overnight. They put their blood, sweat and tears into putting on this for you, for the graduates and the families. So if we can give them a round of applause for the amazing work they are. Tonight we also have 5 visiting members from the South Australia Police, led by Executive Director Kim Cherie Summers, to come and see how WA Police are working at their academy and promoting our graduation of the recruits tonight, but certainly how we are doing with recruitment across the state. So I thank them for coming. And also a very big welcome and thanks to Sergeant John Easton and Constable Martin Cardew from Police Scotland, who are here to validate the newly developed driver training practices. We sent a contingent over to Police Scotland to learn our new evade tactics, and I'm no doubt those police officers who went, some of which are here tonight, really suffered when they went over to Scotland for an international trip for police officers. But I do thank them for the work that they have done and thank those Police Scotland members here tonight. But most importantly, I welcome our newest police officers, your family and your friends. It is my honour and privilege to officially address the newest police officers from Gold, Blue and Silver squads. You have answered the call of duty by joining the ranks of the Western Australia Police Force. 16 of you come from policing families, and many of you have some other policing or military service experience. And it shows that you already had some insight into the dedication that it takes to serve our community, and that you are ready to commit to a policing career. To all the graduating officers, your willingness to undertake vigorous training and to learn the skills and knowledge necessary to serve our community is proof of your character and integrity. As graduates, you have shown you have what it takes to serve others as effective and capable police officers. You will see the best and worst of people and be required to remain impartial in the face of adversity. To all the family and friends here tonight, I appreciate you sharing in this journey with our newest officers. I have no doubt that you are as proud of them as I am. Their success will greatly depend on your continued support. Thank you for helping them achieve their goal of graduating and for the future support in the years to come. Never forget that you are also now part of our Blue family. Our newest police officers have earned the honour of being able to serve the people of Western Australia, where every day brings a responsibility to keep our community safe. We use innovative and cutting-edge technology, and you will have the necessary tools to solve crimes faster and help those in need. But I do want to make something very clear. Nothing will replace your eyes and ears on the street and your unwavering sense of duty. We enjoy the trust and respect of our community because we focus on our policing fundamentals, and it is now your responsibility to ensure that that reputation is upheld. Now, already tonight you have seen some wonderful examples of valuable service as I handed out the Medals of Excellence to Senior Constable George Copson and Ms. Noni Browner. Can I just take a moment again to thank both of those officers George Copson and Noni Browner. Noni Browner has spent My entire time as Commissioner and Deputy Commissioner, and probably for the last decades here at the Police Academy, supporting the Blue family. To all the families here tonight that this is your first attendance, this is what the Blue family is. If you see Noni later on tonight, please offer your thanks for someone that has dedicated their life to our Blue family, now your Blue family. I also had the privilege, as you saw, of presenting Sergeant Carl Repp with his 50-year service clasp. What a remarkable achievement that is. I have no doubt there are many out here on the parade ground that were clearly not born before Carl joined the job. In fact, some parents were probably not born before Carl joined the job. But that just shows you the level of dedication that our officers have to serve our community. It is truly a privilege to shake his hand and salute him tonight. And in a few moments, we will recognise 4 more officers who have given their all, who have a combined total of more than 150 years of service. So tonight I will be thanking our retiring officers, Senior Sergeant Shane Crook, Sergeant Gregory Dunn, Senior Constables Ian Bernstein and Mark Johnson, who will all be marched off the parade ground shortly as a mark of our honour and respect of their service. Graduating officers, these are very big boots to fill, but their legacy is now your destiny. With these fine examples, I urge you to take pride in your work and to embrace the challenges that come with being a police officer. Stay true to your training, but never forget the values that have led you to this profession: duty, teamwork, integrity, and care. Best wishes to your family and friends, and congratulations to you, our newest Western Australia police officers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Could all able guests please stand for the national anthem? Officers in full uniform are required to salute. Please feel free to sing along if you wish.
National salute. Salute.
Please be seated.
Everybody, Commander, take post.
Bandits Party, by the centre, win!
Members of the Western Australian Police Force are afforded the honour of being marched off the parade ground as a sign of recognition to their dedicated service to the community of Western Australia. It is our honour tonight for the Western Australia Police Force to march off the following members. Senior Constable Ian Bernstein. Senior Constable Bernstein joined the WA Police Force on the 17th of June 1991 and went on to serve at Central, Perth City and Morley police stations, as well as undertaking regional service at Meekatharra and Manjimup police stations. He has predominantly served in various traffic roles across the metropolitan area at locations such as Midland, South Metro and East Metro traffic teams, Traffic Enforcement Group and Road Policing Group. Most recently, Senior Constable Bernstein served as Traffic Enforcement Officer at Road Policing Group until his retirement on the 20th of September 2024 after 33 years of service. Senior Constable Mark Johnson. Senior Constable Johnson joined the WA Police Force on the 17th of September 1979 as a cadet and went on to serve in Patrol Inquiry Officer roles at Victoria Park and Kensington police stations, as well as undertaking regional service at Kalgoorlie, Yalgoo, Onslow and Karratha police stations. He later served in supervisory roles at Scarborough Police Station, North West Metro Response, North West Metro Engagement and Support and Community Engagement at Mirrabooka. Most recently, Senior Constable Johnson served as advisor at Safety Branch, a position he will hold until his retirement on the 31st of December 2024 after 45 years of service. He will receive He'll also receive his 45-year service class this evening. Sergeant Gregory Dunn. Sergeant Dunn joined the WA Police Force on the 28th of April 1981 as a cadet and additionally served in Patrol Inquiry Officer roles at Division 79, Major Incident Group, Wooloona, Kalbarri and Perth City police stations. He went on to serve at Dignitary Protection Unit and upon promotion to Sergeant was appointed Officer in Charge at Fremantle Police Station and capability development and critical infrastructure. He then undertook various supervisory roles at metropolitan locations, including Regional Operations Group, Warwick and Perth police stations, and COVID-19 airport operations. Most recently, Sergeant Dunn served as a supervisor at Security Operations Division until his retirement on the 28th of October 2024 after 43 years of service. Senior Sergeant Shane Crook. Senior Sergeant Crook joined the WA Police Force on the 20th of June 1994 and went on to serve in Patrol Inquiry Officer roles at Central, Victoria Park, Inglewood and Murdoch police stations, as well as country service at Campbelda and Merredin police stations. He later undertook various operations, staff officer and coordination roles within Regional WA, Regional Office and Operations Coordination Division. Upon his promotion to Senior Sergeant in 2016, he served at Metropolitan Region Portfolio, Perth Police Station, State Operations Centre and Perth District Office. Most recently, Senior Sergeant Crook served as Supervisor at Police Separation and Transition, a position he will hold until his retirement on the 8th of January 2025 after 31 years of service. On behalf of the WA Police Force, we thank these officers for their dedication, professionalism and commitment to the policing of the community of Western Australia, and we do wish them all the very best in their future endeavours. Could all guests please stand whilst the police banner and retiring members are marched off the parade ground. Officers in uniform are required to salute and hold the salute until the banner halts.
Banner Party Commander, march off the banner and retiring members.
Please be seated. This brings us to the conclusion of this evening's graduation. The parade sergeant will now prepare the parade for the final march past and dismiss the parade. Afterwards, the constables will have official photographs taken before refreshments will be served upstairs in the Academy Cafe. Again, please feel free to cheer and applaud as the graduates march past, and we thank you very much for attending this evening's event.
March past. Countdown to motorcycles by the centre. Parade by the left. Whoa!
She's gone. She's like, which one is he? She's so proud. You're right.
And the rest of the gold squad are out. Just get your step out and then we'll get the exits. Blue squad, if you can get ready to do your photo. Blue squad, if you can just get ready to do your photo after this. Blue squad, let's go. Let's get it done. Come on, blue squad. Form up. Silver squad, you can start hanging together. I think break from the shoulder. Silver squad, please start hanging together and break from the shoulder. Silver squad, please stand by. We're just going to do this in very quickly so they can go. So we're going to see the recipients before we do silver squad, please. Just stand by the silver squad and see these go. Senior Constable Thompson. Thompson, can you come to the bar, please? Senior Constable Thompson. Okay, silver squad, time to shine. Time to get under the squad. Get up there, get the photo done. Let's do it.